I'm not an Amazon seller anymore. After careful consideration and after more than 3 years, I believe 3 years, something like this, of selling on Amazon, it's time to put an end to it and to move to better things. So in this video, I'm going to tell you a little bit about that, about what's next with the channel, of course, because, you know, this channel talks about Amazon. And of course, you know, I'm making a ton of money with this channel and with everything related to teaching people on Amazon. So that's actually the reason why I'm actually stopping selling on Amazon. I'm going to focus on this, like a lot of other people are doing, by the way, because you can look at their storefront. They do not have any products, or they have 1 or 2 products that they start here, that they sell here and there. And you know who I'm talking about, by the way. And then I actually start talking about business model that they actually never did profitably. Yes, they start on Amazon, but not those business models that they are talking about constantly. So yeah, that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. Of course, it's not entirely true, you know me. I'm still going to sell on Amazon, but a lot of stuffs are going to change, and I wanted to make a video talking about where my business is headed, because you may feel the same as me, and so you may understand where the content is going to go with the channel, because of course, you know, I'm growing with my business is growing, and my business is changing, right? So we are going to talk about all this stuff in today's video. Before we do, if you want to learn how to find profitable products to sell on Amazon, I have a free course in the description, okay? Click the link, it's a free ebook, okay? You can read through it and you can have the exact plan that the exact thing that I do to source products daily. When I source is the exact thing that I do, and that right now I have my team doing for me, because this is where we are going to go to be headed towards, okay? And next thing, I'm offering mentorship and coaching, so there's a link for that as well. If you click on the link, there's a whole video that is going to explain that stuff. And so, yeah, that's where I make my money. I'm actually not making money on Amazon. Just kidding. So yeah, link in the description. Check it out. And yeah, let's just start. So the reason why I'm saying I'm not an Amazon seller is because I want, my business is changing and I want to go beyond that. And you guys know, right now, I've been overseas, and I've been telling you guys that whenever I go back to the US, there's going to be, you know, it's going to be time to scale and time to change the business a little bit. And this is what it's going to be about. So pretty much the way, what I'm doing right now is I'm in the early process of outsourcing a lot of stuff. And my goal, specifically with Amazon, with the Amazon business, with the Amazon side of the business, because this is a really important nuance with the Amazon side of the business. My goal with the Amazon side of the business is really going to, you know, outsource a lot of the stuff. And really, right now, like, I'm trying to outsource, I'm in the early process of sourcing. I have a couple of sourcing VAs that I am training right now. And so yeah, it's really the early days of outsourcing that part. So the thing that I really want to do with my Amazon business is really right now reviewing leads, which I'm going to as well outsource pretty soon, but it's still a little time away, you know. And like review leads and place purchase, okay, which I'm going to delegate as well. I'm still going to work with the prep center for now, except for the products that I'm going to do FBM, and I'm only going to do FBM if I'm able to do it you know, place big orders and all that stuff, because this is going too tight. It's going to be pretty much the same thing as I'm going to do as I want to expand the business. The reason, by the way, follow me on social media. You're going to see my social media appearing here. I post a lot on Instagram, a little bit on TikTok, and it's going to be more. And maybe some giveaways are going to come on those platforms. So I would join if I were you. We never know. But yeah. So the places where the business is headed, the way I wanted to, and really the way I thought about it, okay, is where is my time going to be? Where's the best place to invest my time in the business? And not just with the Amazon business, but really, and this is why I told you guys that I am not an Amazon seller anymore. It's because I'm looking at being a reseller in general. Not necessarily a reseller, because this may not be the best word for it, but an e-commerce, you know, like operating e-commerce companies, okay? And so it means expanding the business on other platforms, expanding to other sales channels, okay? And expanding to other niche as well. where is my time going to be the most, the like where my the value of my time is going to be the most, pretty much. And it's not going to be in working with the Amazon business. The Amazon business with online arbitrage has a big upside. The big upside is that it does not require a lot to scale when it comes to, building infrastructure and all that stuff, but it requires a lot of money, right? You need to inject a lot of money to actually have the business growing. And right now, I pay myself mainly with the profit from my Amazon business. So, and of course, I'm not taking all the profits, but I'm saying like a little bit of the profit comes to me to pay for my bills and all that stuff, right? So what I really want to do is I want the business to grow faster, right? And so I want the business to grow faster without me having to be in the business at the same time and without me needing to take money out of the business to pay for my bills and all that stuff. So this is why I want to expand to other places where my time is going to be more valuable if I actually invest time into that. Because, investing, like, why invest my own time in the Amazon business if I can actually delegate a lot of that stuff for cheap and already have the infrastructure to scale with, FBA, because Amazon takes care, like, you can outsource a lot of stuff easily, especially with the order preparation and shipping and all that stuff, right? So what I want to do is really focus my time on stuff that is a little bit harder to outsource, but has a way higher return on investment, okay? And the business model, you guys know that I'm already selling on eBay when I'm in the US, and I plan to get back to it whenever I get back to the US, right? Now, the thing is that with eBay, I've done a little used clothes on eBay, and I want to get back to it, and I want to expand the business and potentially hire somebody to do all the order preparation, all that stuff, and get a warehouse just for that part of the business. Not a warehouse directly we can go through storage unit, all that stuff, but really expand that part of the business, right? And really make it grow, because inventory is super cheap, okay? And I can take $1,000 and buy a ton of inventory and have the business grow with return on investment that are above 150% return on investment, So it's way easier to grow a business because you can just buy a ton of inventory, have your inventory set up, and start selling out of a storage unit. This is my plan, and I'm going to take you guys with me during that journey. Probably, maybe not. To be honest, I don't know. It really depends on where I'm going to take this YouTube channel as well, because I'm still going to talk about Amazon, A big part of my business is on Amazon. You're gonna see me talk a little bit more about, because I talked a lot about sourcing when I was doing a lot of sourcing, of course, because it was my day-to-day life. Right now, sourcing is not my day-to-day life anymore, and my day-to-day life right now deals more with training VAs. So my content may shift a little bit towards that when it comes to Amazon, and I'm still going to be making bigger content as well, of course. But my content is really going to go towards that a lot, and maybe towards me expanding the Amazon business, and you'll still have some advanced content on Amazon as well. It's just that what I'm trying to say is that I made a ton of content on sourcing when I was doing a lot of sourcing. Now of course I make more content on the stuff that I'm currently doing, instead of keep talking about sourcing, because I talked a lot about sourcing. I could still talk a lot about sourcing, but right now my life is not all about sourcing. It's more about expanding the business, outsourcing all that stuff to have to basically automate the online arbitrage business. This is my main goal. Okay, now with the eBay business, I'd really like to, first of all, this is a business that can grow way faster when it comes to return on investment, because the inventory is just so cheap. The average cost of a product that you're going to buy for that business model is way cheaper. You get the money way faster, all that stuff. And, with eBay always sides with, eBay tends to side with the seller way more than Amazon. So that's one pro as well. But of course, I'm still going to sell on Amazon. I want the Amazon business to grow. I just want to not take money out of the Amazon business and get the Amazon business to be a machine that works mostly without me and just requires a few. Because right now I'm still working a lot, but I had to change a lot of my business, okay? And what I want, basically, and if you've watched my previous video, you know what I'm talking about. And what I want is my business to run as it was running before, just without me. Okay, so having a ton of leads, going wide on products, all that stuff, without me having to spend a ton of time. Okay, so this is why I'm building a team, and this is why I'm focusing on building a team right now. So that's really where my business is headed. I hope you'll join me on the journey, because I'll create a lot of content on that. And yeah, I'm going back in the US in exactly 1 month. So exactly 1 month from today. So this thing is going to start at that time, and we'll see how far I am at that time with outsourcing. We'll see how it goes. We are still in early days of me outsourcing a lot of the process. It takes a lot of time. So yeah, that's it with the Amazon business. This is where my e-commerce business is heading, and it's going to go beyond just eBay. We'll talk a little bit more about that, but you get an idea of where I'm going with this. And by the way, if you are a new Amazon seller, definitely create an eBay account just to sell at least your returns, because it's going to be some extra money, so the returns, and to liquidate the product that you cannot sell anymore on Amazon for whatever reason. So create your eBay account and expand. Expand. Do it a little bit just for your returns. Even if it's just for your returns, I highly encourage you to do it. And yeah, that's where my e-commerce business is heading right now. I have other plans that I'm not talking about just yet, but you'll see. And I have some surprises for you guys as well. If you're on the email list, pretty soon you'll get all that stuff before the others. So yeah, if you want to actually learn how to find profitable products for online arbitrage, I have a video right there. I have the guide right there. Make sure to check out as well the coaching, and I'll see you tomorrow for a new video. Thank you for watching.